Ridge.
Hello, Thorne.
So how was it?
You missed a good one. The show was great.
Well, I would have been there if I could have.
Yeah, I know. I know.
So, how was the press conference?
Very positive.
Yeah? Dad must be on cloud 9.
He's a happy man.
And Brooke?
Brooke wanted to remain in the shadows with all this, but Dad wouldn't let her.
Well, she deserves the recognition.
Hey, I won't argue that.
So everything went good. That's great.
You were missed.
Well, there'll be other collections.
You talked with Macy?
I don't want to hear her name mentioned anymore, Ridge.
I must have fallen asleep.
I just put some coffee on.
Any phone calls?
No.
I didn't think there would be.
Look, Macy, I didn't want to bring this up right away, but I think maybe I should.
What?
Why don't you let me talk to Thorne?
Well, how did it go?
It was probably the best show we've ever put on.
Excellent.
Yeah, God, Bill, it was such a high. You know, I've never seen the industry react the way they did.
Yeah, from what I understand, it's quite a fabric.
You watched the news?
Well, actually, they were running a feature on it.
Oh, positive?
Yeah, quite good.
Well, it's good. So, you're watching television. That's a change.
Well, you know, I was working, and I had a distraction. I found it difficult to get back to work.
What kind of distraction?
I had a visitor.
A visitor?
Yeah, a woman. Very strange woman.
When'd you get back?
About 20 minutes ago.
All right if I come in?
Sure, why not? Faith isn't here.
I know. I saw her over at the diner.
You did?
Yeah.
Did she ask about me? Did she wonder where I was?
To be honest with you, Bonnie, no, she didn't.
Yeah, I suppose after 27 years, I'm nothing to the girl now.
Oh, come on, that's not true.
Oh, Blake, please. I'm a realist. I know what these discoveries mean to Faith.
They don't have any bearing on her relationship with you.
Of course they do. She's discovering that she has a father. And whatever else I am to her, I'm certainly not her family.
Well, her family's all gone. They've died, with the exception of her father.
Yep, with the exception of her father, who might as well be dead.
Why do you say that?
Because I met the man. I met him and I assessed him, and I have come to some conclusions about him. And if you would like me to tell you what those conclusions are, I would be more than happy to.
bold, and beautiful. This portion sponsored by new Sunrise Smooth Metamucil. Now the grit is gone.
A woman stopped by to see you?
That's right.
Who was she?
I don't know. Well, that's not altogether true. I mean, I at least found out what her name was.
Which was?
Bonnie Roberts.
But you'd never met her before.
No. No, but believe me, if I had, I would have remembered her.
Oh, well, she must have been very interesting.
Abrasive, Margot, is the word.
Well, why did she come by? I mean, what did she want?
A job.
A job?
That's what she said.
Well, sounds like you didn't believe her.
She didn't come here for any job.
So what did she come by for?
I have no idea, Margot. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I mean, she was questioning me. She was measuring me. I had the feeling like I was being interviewed.
Bill, this whole thing is sounding preposterous.
You think I'm making this up?
No. I guess not.
You weren't responsible for sending her over here, were you?
Oh, God. You know, now you really are being ridiculous. Why would I send her over here? What could my motivation possibly be?
I'm not sure.
Well, how did you leave things? Is she coming back?
I doubt it.
Why not?
I did my best to intimidate her.
Well, now you're never going to know what she wanted.
Maybe not. Bonnie Roberts. Should run a check on that name.
Yeah, Bonnie, I'd be very interested to know what you thought about Bill Spencer.
Yeah, and I would be very interested as to what you think about him.
Why?
Look, I'm going to ask you a question, Mr. Hayes, and I want a straight answer to it. Are you and he involved in this?
Involved in what?
In getting Faith to leave Texas and go to L.A.?
Bonnie, unless you told him, Bill Spencer doesn't even know that Faith is alive. Why would you think this?
Because you and him are cut from the same cloth.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Both of you got a lot going on that you don't share with folks.
What did you two talk about?
That's a scary thought, isn't it, that we might have happened onto the wrong subject?
You can go ahead and think whatever you want to, but believe me, Bill Spencer and I are not involved in any schemes together.
We'll see.
Well, just look at it. If that man knew that his daughter was alive, he'd be right on her trail. Now, what did you two discuss?
Well, it wasn't much of a discussion, actually.
What was it?
An interview for a father, Mr. Hayes. And he failed it miserably.
Shouldn't Faith decide that?
No, she should not, because she is never even going to meet that man if I have anything to say about it. He will bring nothing but pain to her life, Mr. Hayes. They have nothing in common. They are nothing alike. They have no similarities. Faith is... she's kind, she's sensitive, she's loving. That man is the antithesis. I cannot begin to imagine the heartache that he would bring to her if she ever tried to depend on him as a father. No, Mr. Hayes, no. I am not going to allow her to go to L.A.
You want to talk to Thorne?
Yes.
Why, Jake? What would that accomplish?
Maybe nothing. Or maybe a lot. I know you, Macy. Better than anyone. Better even than Thorne, I think. If anyone is in a position to tell that man how wrong he is about you, it's me. Now, if you want me to, I'll do that. And I'll have an impact on him. I will.
You may be asking the impossible with that one, Thorne.
What, that my wife's name not be mentioned in front of me?
This thing with Spectra still isn't resolved, you know.
They're not going to use our fabric.
We don't know that.
I know it. I talked to Sally. I told her I knew about Macy, her involvement in all of this.
How'd she respond?
She's going to protect her daughter.
At the expense of not releasing that fabric, I doubt it, little brother.
I told her I would turn them all in, and I will. She's not going to risk that.
You seem pretty sure of that.
I am. Sally is not going to risk hurting Macy.
And you would?
You want to try to convince Thorne that I didn't steal the Forster formula?
Yes.
Why, Jake? Why would you do that for me?
You really have to ask that question? I know what it means to you, Macy. That would be the only reason I would do it.
What he means to me really isn't the issue anymore because he doesn't trust me.
Well, I know I could get him to trust you.
If he needs you or anyone else to convince him to trust me, then
Yeah, I know. Well, that's my thinking too. Thorne shouldn't have to be convinced. But he does. And despite that, you still love him. True?
So you're back.
yes, honey, I'm back.
Where have you been, Mama?
I've been to L.A.
What a surprise. What did you do in Los Angeles?
Honey, that is not a place where you want to live.
Oh, it's not?
No, it is not. It is noisy, polluted, congested. I tell you, it is a horrible place.
Well, if that's the case, Bonnie, then why do you suppose so many other people live there?
Thank you very much, Blake. I was just about to ask her the same question.
Well, hold it now. I am not going to be the bad guy here. Blake, you know what that place is like. Sweetheart, there is no air to breathe there. You can't even move there. Now, what do you think you're going to find to do as a job? And do you think we're going to find an apartment to live in? Well, we can't afford that. We can't even afford to make a down payment on a house.
Sounds like the kind of place you need a lot of money to live in.
Well, that is it, sweetheart. That is it exactly.
Sure wouldn't want to be alone there, would you? Must be the loneliest place in the world if you don't have anybody you know. Any friends.
That is true, sweetheart. I was there for just a couple of hours, but I felt the alienation like you wouldn't believe.
I do believe that, Mama.
Oh, you're doing the right thing, sweetheart.
Faith, are you telling me that you don't want to go to Los Angeles?
Well, Blake, if I didn't have any family or any friends or any money, I certainly wouldn't choose to live there, would I?
No, you would not, because that place would eat you alive.
I have no doubt that it would, Mama. If I didn't have any friends or any family or any money. But the fact is, I do have family that lives in Los Angeles. And I got a very, very good friend who's going to be going there with me. And both my family and my friend have plenty of money. I'm sure they'd be happy to help me out a little bit.
I'm sure they would.
So, Mama, just what do you object to now?
I object to your friend. I object to his money. But most of all, Faith, I object to your family. Because I have met your father. And he is not a man that you want to know.
You'll turn Macy in if it comes down to that.
It's not going to come down to that.
Well, let's assume it does, because it might, Thorne. It just might.
Well, if it does, I'll do what I have to do.
You'll turn her in, you'll have her arrested?
Well, if I don't, you certainly will.
All right, look, I just want to know where you stand on this issue, because I personally still think Sally's going to use that formula.
Well, if she does, I will have them all arrested. All of them. Sally, Clark, and Macy, too.
All right, then you're convinced that she did it.
I don't want to be. I wish to God I wasn't, but every time I look at the facts, what the hell am I supposed to think, Ridge? That envelope was in my home, and it ended up at Spectra. She was the only one who could have taken it there. There is no other way it could have gotten there. No other way.
Thank you, Jake. But I could never ask you to speak to Thorne.
Why not?
For so many reasons.
Well, do any of them have to do with the way you feel about me?
I hope you never question the feelings I have for you.
Macy, there are feelings. And then there are feelings.
And the ones that I have for you are pure gold. The finest.
I'd settle for something less sometimes if I felt I could put my arms around you once in a while. So where are you gonna stay tonight?
I don't know. I guess I'll spend the night in a hotel.
Macy, don't do that.
Don't kill me.
Well, it'll kill me. The thought of you spending the night in a hotel room, alone. Why don't you stay here tonight?
With you?
Hey. Come on. Yeah, you can trust me.
I know I can. It's strange, isn't it, how easy I can say that. You and I have never had a problem with trust.
No, we haven't.
I would stay here with you, Jake. I would do it in a minute. But when Thorne finds out, and he will find out, I know what he'll think.
Well, Macy, he's gonna think the same thing no matter where you stay if he doesn't trust you. Whatever. I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable. It's a roof over your head, okay? Friendly roof. It's better than a hotel room. But you do what you want. Just always know that this place is here for you. I'm here for you, Macy.
What did he say to you? What did my father say to give you that kind of impression?
It was his attitude, Faith. He was demeaning, intimidating, abusive.
Bonnie, he didn't even know who you were.
Well, so what difference does that make? If he's gonna treat a total stranger that way, how's he gonna be with his family?
I'd think he'd be a lot friendlier.
Well, I wouldn't think that, Faith, because I met the man, and friendly is the last word that I would use to describe him.
Well, I know him too, Bonnie.
And are you gonna stand there and try to tell us that you think he is friendly? Well, don't bother, Blake, because he isn't. I met that man. Sweetheart, Bill Spencer would not give you the time of day if he didn't think he could gain from it. That's not the kind of man that you want to have as a father. Faith, you have trusted me your whole life. I've never let you down, honey. Please, trust me now.
Mama, you're letting me down right now.
No, I'm not, sweetheart. I would never do
He's my father. Would you listen to me? He's my only blood relative. And what you're saying to me is that you don't want me to go out there and meet him. I can't believe you're even suggesting that. You're not scared for me, Mama. You're scared for yourself. I'm going in to take a shower. Because I am leaving for Los Angeles tonight.